Hi everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about solving some equations with exponents today. And before we jump into the work for the new skills, I thought I would just do a quick recap of some things from Algebra 1. So a quick reminder of a few things here. If you have, let's say, the same base and you're multiplying, you are allowed to add those exponents. If you have the same base and you are dividing, you are allowed to subtract those exponents. If you have the distributive property, we'll say, you distribute the exponent to each term on the inside. And the same thing applies for this. If it's, instead of a times b, if it's a divided by b to the m, you would do the same thing here. So you still distribute it to each term. So just a few things to note here, and we'll do one final one with the distributive property. Here, when we distribute it in, we are not going to add them. We actually multiply them. And a second thing that might be helpful is, let's see, maybe a real example of these things, and I'll do that in a different color. So maybe it's, 2 to the third times 2 to the second. Well, that would give us 2 to the fifth power. Or again, 2 to the third, keep writing a. 2 to the third divided by 2 to the second. That would just give us 2 to the 3 minus 1, or 2 to the first. In this case, if we have 2 times 3 to the, let's say, fourth power, this would be 2 to the fourth times 3 to the fourth. Similar situation. Again, just divide this time. Again, 2 to the fourth, and this time 3 to the fourth is on the bottom. And then a last thing here, again, this is, keep writing a, 2 to the third, and then 4 on the outside. In this case, this would be 2 to the 12th, not 2 to the 7th. So those are some of the basic rules and laws that you're going to need to know for what we're doing today. A second piece of review that will be helpful for what we're doing today. Now, there won't be specific questions just dedicated to these things. Again, just a bit of review. If you have something like 2 to the negative 7th power, again, negative exponents is just a positive exponent, but on the denominator of a fraction. So it does not matter what that negative power is. It could be, 2 to the negative x. Again, it's going to be the positive exponent just on the denominator of a fraction. So some quick exponent review there to get us started before watching the video. And again, any questions on these things?